Or maybe you would do like me, you would buy your dream home. I don't call this a home, I call this place the palace because I feel like a king every time I show up. This is a home that the first real home that I bought. Interesting story, when I first went into the neighborhood is because my friend Brandy, who was one of my very close friends, she owned the two-story version of my home. And I remember sitting on her couch, and I said, wow, this is so peaceful, so serene. I've never been in a place like this. I wish I could be here. I wish I could call this place home. But you know what? I can't afford it. I went and checked it out, and I said, well, how much would this cost? They told me. I said, oh, my God, there's no way. Well, it was really interesting because over a very short period of time, I was put into a rapid progression. Well, unfortunately, although I made up my mind within 30 days to actually go for it, instead of saying, I can't afford it, I asked myself, how can I afford it? Then I found the ways to afford it. It's like the money began to appear when I started to ask the right questions. I asked myself, how can I afford it? And I put the down payment down, but within the 30 days, because it was a new neighborhood, that same house cost me $7,000 more within 30 days. You know, sometimes the thing doesn't change. You just have to make up your mind to just go for it. With a great sales trainer, John Childress, he asked a great question. He said, Stacy, what color is my gray suit? Stacy, this is not a trick question. What color is my gray suit? Stacy, tomorrow, what color will my gray suit be? He said, folks, some things just are what they are. You just have to decide whether you want it or not. See, because I took too much time, you have to understand that there's three components. And this is what I was saying I wanted to tell you about, but it was coming up later. There's three components to business. Get ready to write. The first is cost. Actually, there's four. I'm sorry. There's four components. The first is cost. That is how much the components actually cost you, the cost of goods sold. What's the cost? The second is the price. That is the value that you're selling it at. The third is the value. That's what the purchaser or investor receives in return for his or her investment. The fourth, and this is something that we don't talk about, is opportunity cost. That's the money that you could have made had you chosen to do what you should have done in the first place. The opportunity cost is the money you could have made had you chosen to do the thing that you should have done in the first place.